Streaming live on WHITradio.org from High Tech High School in North Bergen, New Jersey, it's the Katie Mayer Show. I'm your announcer, Isabella, and now's your host, Katie.
Good afternoon. I'm your host, Katie, and with me today is Max, Isabella, Brandon, and behind the glass we have Brianna. Today's topic is childhood obesity. So recently, a child from Ohio was removed from the custody of his mother for being overweight. He was 200 pounds in the third grade. So they said he was
His parents weren't
were
feeding
thought
him
to be.
well.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry.
I would fix it.
Go ahead.
I need to improve it. Anyways, so what do you guys think about this?
I don't know. That's pretty sad.
Do you think?
But, I mean, that sounds like I call that child abuse personally. So I think it was very justified. Like, I mean, the kid doesn't know better, so they're just feeding him.
With all this food that is everywhere you go, it's kind of difficult to make sure that your child is eating healthily because it's hard, you know. Everywhere you go, it's hot dogs, hamburgers.
Well, that's where parenting comes in, and I mean
I guess.
I get that it's hard to keep your kid from getting fat, because yeah, you're right, but if your kid's 200 pounds, then you're clearly it's not just society doing it. It's it's negligence.
His mother made a statement saying that it was a whole lifestyle change. So she was trying, but they had to change their whole entire lives. So she was trying to make a difference, but.
I mean, the kid goes to school, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
so
he,
what are they
he
feeding
went
him?
to school.
Yeah.
He was in activities at school. And she was, in her statement, she was saying, I love my son. I was trying to take care of him in a better way because when he was removed, they were making the argument that she was, putting him at a risk for diabetes and hypertension and all these other diseases. Mm-hmm. But also other lawyers were bringing up the fact that, there are kids who are left in homes where they're actually being physically abused, where their parents are drug addicts, alcoholics, and they're not being removed right away, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Why was this child who their parents are trying to help them and who love them? Why did he get taken?
Why is that a priority over all the other children that are actually?
Well, I mean, it's not really a matter of priority. I mean, I don't think just because of the fact that they took this kid away from the parents and they didn't for some others, it's just because you can't get to everyone all the time. No one's the system isn't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So of course there are always going to be more kids getting abused and whatnot. But that doesn't mean that you can't address the things that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
Once you do it, see something. All right, we think that this kid should be removed from his parents. Just because there are kids who maybe are more deserving of that doesn't mean that this kid doesn't. I mean,
Do you think it was extreme though for him to be taken away from his parents for being overweight? Or obese, rather.
I mean, it's hard to say. I don't think I have enough information.
Yeah.
But for one thing, I want to know was the mother overweight? Was she obese?
Yeah, I think they all, the whole family was.
Because then that makes it, I suppose, a little more understandable. Because
she also has to worry about herself. She's trying to change the whole way she has lived her life.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been so much worse if it was this fit family and then they have this one child who's obese and
exactly,
it's you care more about yourself than your child's health.
Exactly.
Which is, that would have been.
I mean, imagine if you are obese and whatnot and you do eat a lot of food, I imagine you want your kid to be healthy, but your perspective on what's a good portion, for example, is really distorted because what you eat is massive,
you need to help you need to help yourself before you know how to help this child.
And I think that really it's hard to say, it's really extreme because the reason for taking away this child is, to give him a better life, quote unquote. And really, when you take a child away from his family and you put him into the foster care system, that could put extreme mental. It could give them a lot of issues there. So that's abuse to me. You know what I mean?
That's true. And who's gonna care for this child? Who's gonna actually spend hours and days trying to get this kid to lose weight and be healthy?
I mean, you're right. Because you need someone to kind of break him of these habits.
Yeah.
So if there's no one there, he's just gonna keep on eating the same way he always did. I imagine.
He doesn't know any other type of way to eat.
Yeah.
So it's difficult.
And I think we're taught since childhood that, vegetables and healthy food is disgusting, and that. Yeah, and a cooked meal is worse than McDonald's.
Why is it on children's shows they always have that plot line Or we're like, oh, I don't want to eat Brussels sprouts. Like, Brussels sprouts are delicious.
I love Brussels sprouts so much, and
They're
asparagus.
amazing. The asparagus is good too.
And beets,
What?
they're so good.
Yeah. Well, okay, beets are can be
I
a little
love
weird
beets.
sometimes.
But,
But-
because, like,
But, like, why would you-
children's shows
like-
are, like, overloaded with commercials of, like, Fruity Pebbles and, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
candy and all this. So that's what they
Those are
see, you
marketed
know?
to
But I don't.
Yeah,
but-
exactly.
But I mean, like with this, like I said, like there's always this storyline. Like if the kid doesn't want to eat the food, like when
Yeah,
I was
right.
a kid, I got it into my head from watching these shows that like, oh, vegetables are gross. I don't want to eat vegetables before. I never had that idea on my own.
Because I never
I was-
tried it
Yeah,
before.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, okay, I guess these are gross, even though I previously had liked them. And so I went through a period where I didn't want to eat any vegetables. So
Yeah.
I'm still
I-
through that period.
There's also I realized in like there was a
Serious
commercial I saw the
guys.
other day, and there's this whole like notion that if you're going to feed your kids vegetables, you should be hiding the fact that they're vegetables from them. Like there was
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah,
Yeah,
something
like-
like that.
Didn't you see there was like I think it was like a bean commercial, and they were like feeding the kids the beans, and the
Yeah.
kids were all happy, and they were like, and did you know that they're like about to say vegetables, and then the other person was like, don't say that, and the kids were like,
Like-
They're like, whatever. Yeah,
what if
that's
they're like when
stupid.
adults, like if you're trying to like sneakily hide vegetables in your kids' foods, and if you somehow, I know it's impossible, like if you somehow make it so that like your kids actually don't know the vegetables through their entire lives, when they're adults,
They're not
just
gonna eat
think that they haven't
vegetables,
been
yeah.
eating vegetables, they just won't eat vegetables. So
Yeah,
like you have
that's
to
true.
build that like foundation.
Yeah,
Of, like,
but-
you-
Yeah.
But I think that, like you were saying, I think the disgust with vegetables is really just
It
from
roots
the-
from childhood,
Yeah,
yeah.
and from like
Yeah.
the media and the shows that they watch. Because even like I noticed with my little sister, she's 3. She likes vegetables and fruits more than anything else. Like you know what I mean? Like I think you're naturally inclined
Of course.
to
'cause
eat
that's
those things because
we're-
that's what you're supposed to eat.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just.
I feel like
What-
if a child is taught from birth that, you know, that vegetables are good and like the parents don't try to sneak it around them or whatever, then they're gonna grow up to have like healthy eating habits, and then all of this will be avoided.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
You know?
part of how it also is, and to an extent I do like I know why it's so difficult for these people to lose weight is because like what your tastes are based entirely on what you eat as a kid. So like
Yeah.
like as a baby. So like if you're exposed to those things, you will like them more. Like even if no one tells you, like gives you an opinion, like oh okay vegetables are bad or good or whatever. Even if they don't tell you, you will be more inclined to like them if you just have been eating them your whole life. So if you haven't, it can be very jarring and difficult, I imagine.
That's true. Yeah.
Do you guys have anything to say, Daniela?
Do you like vegetables, guys? You love them?
What? When did
What's-
kids start liking these things?
You-
They're good.
You know what's really
I
good?
still don't like them.
You know what's really
I
good? Like,
love vegetables. They're so good.
Yeah, dude.
Can we
They're
show,
like they're like candy.
well,
They're
okay.
better than
no,
candy.
show it
What
like
Nyla has
candy.
in her bag right now?
That's
What's
Show
in
everybody.
Her bag?
that's false advertising.
What is?
Because that's exactly what we're saying you shouldn't do. Like saying vegetables taste like candy. It doesn't taste like candy. It shouldn't
I saw this
taste like
one
candy.
video where this kid was like, he's like, I'm not gonna eat these onions, and he was like, why? Like, why don't you want to eat them? It's like because they're vegetables. And I
Onions
was like,
aren't
"No, it's-"
vegetables.
He's like, these are special onions. They're candy onions. So then the kid ate them, and he was like, wow, this tastes really good. And it's like it's that kind of thing. Yeah.
He just ate an onion.
Yeah. No, not like
on
a
it
full
whatsoever.
onion. Like they were chopped and cooked and stuff. Like
Oh,
that,
okay. Yeah,
Oh,
onions
what
are
is that?
amazing.
What
I don't like
showing
onions.
This is
They,
oh.
they
In
taste
like in food.
It looks like poop in a
I
jar.
just-
What is that?
It smells
eat
so
like
good. It's
apples.
like
Pineapple,
oatmeal.
Onions.
raspberries, cacao, cinnamon. I had apple.
Put it in the camera again. Ew.
You see, that
looks really gross.
That looks
No,
like my
I'm
dog's
sure it
vomit.
tastes really good.
I've seen my dog's
No,
vomit
it's so
before. It
good.
doesn't look that different from that.
You're
It
right.
does look a little bit like dog vomit.
Anyway,
Honestly.
vegetables are delicious,
Pink and
guys.
stuff.
You know what's
They
really
are.
good? Taking like Brussels sprouts and like shredding them, and then mixing with bacon, like little
Well,
bacon
that's
bits,
counter-
and like and vinegar. Just like I mean, bacon's good in moderation for you if you have it like a little bit,
Yeah.
and then put it like sautéing it.
That does sound good.
About, like,
Anything
some way-
sautéed sounds really good. Like,
Just the word sautéed
anything.
is very
Yeah. The word.
appetizing. Ooh, we're gonna have some sautéed.
French
food,
fries.
Yeah.
Sautéed French.
That- that
that
sounds
sounds
delicious.
delicious.
Oh, with like Parmesan cheese and
Sautéed.
garlic and.
Oh my god.
Chips Ahoy.
This is why like we're all gonna die, guys.
Yeah.
Well, eventually,
I have
yes.
bacon nearly every single day. I'm gonna die by the time I'm 40.
Yeah, we
Mine-
but we were talking.
No.
I was talking to Brandon about recently about like bacon, and he said that he was oh, I only have bacon like once a week, I said, wait, 1 second. Like, you eat a bacon sandwich like every morning for breakfast. You forgot about that. Oh, okay. I guess every single day plus weekends. So, yeah.
I like bacon.
Bacon is good.
I think I do this thing where like with bacon and like different things like that, I just like tell myself I don't like it, and then I don't
What?
I don't like want to eat it.
Even if it's in
That's
front of you.
like a superpower.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
really
that's like
weird.
bacon. I don't like
Yeah.
bacon. I don't like hamburgers.
You're not
I don't like
human.
any of that.
Wow. Okay.
I just
Props to you.
I think actually.
I mean, I
no,
think
you
if
know
I
what?
can
What do
eat
you
it,
eat?
but
That's the
I tell
thing.
myself I don't.
I think some people can do that. I think my mother has done that. Because she's like allergic to everything, so she just like
Me
decided
too.
that she stopped liking those things, and it's
Yeah.
like working. So, I guess that's, if you can figure out how to do it, then
Yeah, I
you
tell
could
myself
definitely.
to do
I
it.
feel like the best way to not, like, to quit a habit is just to quit cold turkey. Just like never. Just convince
Mhm.
yourself like you don't need it. Like never do it again. And it'll be hard at first, but like
Mhm.
you'll get over it.
Cold
I
Same
turkey.
with like food.
I bet with food there's a certain level of like you can sort of talk yourself into like, you can rationalize it to yourself. You're like, oh, that's actually gross. Like you can go to McDonald's and be like,
Definitely.
all right, this was like cooked in like 3-day-old oil, and like you
Mhm.
can like think about it.
Yeah, I
or like
don't
even
eat
like
that
something that looks
stuff, though.
delicious, like objectively, you can find a way
yeah,
to like.
I
make
used
it
to love
disgusting
cup
to you.
noodles, but I can't even stand like the smell of it now because
Oh really?
it's so much salt. Like I could taste the salt now. It's so unhealthy.
It's like Irish food.
What about
Irish food is super salty and disgusting.
I thought it was really
Soul
bland.
food is-
Like,
is
Well, that's the
really
thing.
bad
No,
for
here's the
you.
thing. In Ireland, they don't have flavor, so instead of flavor, they just
They
put a
just
lot
put
of salt.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't.
that's
Have, well, I guess it makes sense because like back in the day, it was before they had like discovered India and all the spices, so they just had like nothing to season food
Discovered
with.
India.
Yeah, well,
India was always there.
well, it was
It's in the
always
same
there,
continent.
but I mean like the European discovery of like trade routes. That's what I meant. I mean, yeah, there was a whole civilization there. I don't mean I don't mean that it's India was hidden.
Food
What?
for thought.
Ah.
I'm funny, guys.
Yeah.
So what is it that you normally eat?
I-
That you don't eat
Me.
hamburgers or
Yeah.
I eat like just like vegetables and fruit,
Do you really?
and I eat oatmeal in the morning.
Is oatmeal healthy? Like I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
healthy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I eat that, and then like normally I'll like eat like spinach if I'm hungry. Like
Spinach
just
is
eat it
good.
normally.
That's weird.
It's actually no, it's
I
not. It's
want
just
to
like
feel
salad.
Or,
sorry
like-
for you,
I
but
guess.
you
like
seem
you
pretty
like
okay.
you know like when you're at home and you like look in the closet and like you're
The
like
closet?
like in the,
My
in the,
food
in the
closets.
pantry like
Oh,
whatever
okay.
you call it. And
The
like you're
closet.
I call it a closet.
All your food is like
So, but like you're looking like
every time you
have,
take it out, like glitter comes out.
crap in there and like
Sticking it.
you'll want like you just eat it because you're hungry. You never do that like candy and stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always
Yeah,
do
like
that.
yeah, exactly.
I eat food because I'm
So
bored.
what I do, yeah, exactly. So I'll do that, and I'll be like I realized that I started what I would do is I'd go home and I'd go in the closet and then I'd just like eat a bunch of things because then it's like bottomless
closet?
calories in the pantry. So what I do is I just make sure that I eat like random vegetables and stuff instead. Like I like to eat.
I just imagine
raw
you in like
broccoli.
a clothes
like,
closet, clenching
randomly
your thumb,
found
eating
With like a
turkey.
stash of
Ooh,
chocolate in the
broccoli.
back behind the dress.
I like broccoli.
Go on.
Broccoli's really good. I love cauliflower too. See, like vegetables are delicious, but nobody
But
ever
you-
knows
No,
that.
and
It's
too, the thing is,
just like
when
even
you
the
eat them,
gross
then you're not
vegetables good
hungry
with like
after.
butter
Yeah,
and salt.
exactly.
Like when you eat other things, it's just like you have to like you want to keep eating because
Uh-huh.
it's not satisfying you.
Yeah, and even if you're full, you're like, this tastes good, so I'm gonna finish eating it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I love vegetables.
Today
And
I
fruit
ate
potatoes.
3 donuts.
That's horrible.
I
Krispy
want
Kreme,
to
right?
think that you're
Donuts,
really
yeah.
That's
miserable,
so
but you
bad.
really don't seem
I-
like it.
No, I love vegetables.
Nothing else
Oh,
actually.
God.
I
Me and my
just
little
ate 3 donuts.
Me and my sister eat vegetables all the time and fruit, and my brothers don't, and we always yell at them, and they're always like, "Ew, that's so gross."
I wish I was like that, but bacon is just so good.
Bacon's too good to give up.
Bacon's
Yeah,
just
bacon's
very
good.
I don't
I
like
mean,
it that
so
much.
I
I don't know if I
see
actually
myself
do,
convinced.
Okay.
but I
All right.
told
You've never
myself I
tried
don't.
it?
No, I have had bacon.
Oh, okay.
You know-
Like I don't know if I really like. I don't remember what it tastes like.
I could see myself
It's
convincing
very
myself I don't
salty.
like bacon though, because it is very salty and very fatty. So like I could be like, oh, turkey bacon's better, even though it's not. I could be like, oh, it's better because
Not at
it's
all.
less salty and fatty. I don't know. I could see it being possible.
There's just some things that you just can't tell yourself.
I
You
get-
can't tell yourself that
you-
taking
You should
that-
get applewood
that
bacon
turkey.
because it has like strips of fat in it and like.
Yeah.
Ugh. and it tastes like a little apple.
I'm getting really hungry, guys.
Yeah, we need to stop.
Can we?
I have-
Not?
yeah.
Oh, look at these pictures of junk food. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Search up
bad for you.
bacon. And
Let's see
put
pictures of
bacon on the
bacon.
screen.
Taco Bell is so creative with their junk
Sizzling
food.
Oh
bacon.
my god, they
They're
are.
so, like I would love to work at Taco Bell and like try to come up with
Why?
ideas for them because they're like so
Ew,
creative.
like the Dorito logo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know, but
Now-
it's
That
really
just
brilliant.
sounds gross.
It sounds
No, no,
like
no.
a
Didn't they
packet.
have
I'm not
with,
saying
like,
their food's
Fritos
good.
in it?
It's
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I'm not saying that it's good. I'm saying Max and I are saying that it's creative.
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
it is
Oh,
inventive.
They have
I
they have
guess so.
they have a taco called gordita, which literally means fat.
Fat, yeah,
It's like little
exactly.
fat person.
Guys, we found the best of both worlds.
Let's
Hold
see
on.
it.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Is that bacon?
That's delicious.
Yeah, it's
I
bacon
want
and it's from
I
Taco
want
Bell.
it.
apparently.
Oh, have
It's
you ever
a
had
bacon shell taco.
have you ever had a
Oh.
double down?
No.
Double
I don't
down
know
from
what it is.
KFC.
Ew, dude. KFC's
it's like,
gross.
It's like people were like
KFC is animal abuse.
I love
hate
KFC.
it.
People
KFC's
the
disgusting.
people at KFC were like, all right, we've got all these like, chicken sandwiches and whatnot, but we don't know how to pack like as much like disgustingness to it as possible. Like, how do we cut out the middleman? We're like, you know what, bread, make that chicken. Just make a chicken. And,
Oh,
and
the
it
chicken.
works.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I
double down.
saw
That's what it
that.
is. The bread is chicken,
Yeah.
and then bacon is the
Okay,
filling, cheese.
That's.
Someone wants me to say
Amazing.
5 min.
I'm pretty sure that's
I wonder
not.
what that means.
It was a warning that we have 5 minutes
I'm
left.
sorry.
Brandon.
Did you really think that?
Oh.
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
serious?
Okay.
All right, Brianna. Here's a tip.
I know that
Well,
you
next
think
time-
that I'm very
Don't
smart,
show
but
Brandon.
sometimes
Next time you want us to say something, if you hold a sign up and you want us to say something, just say blah blah blah. Otherwise, Brandon's.
I
gonna
mean,
think
she's
you're-
never going
Alright,
to tell us to
thanks,
say
Maxime.
anything.
Thank
What?
you.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're
She's
very-
not
we should
going
do ASMR.
use.
I love
Oh
ASMR.
my
Oh,
god.
we're
Wait,
not-
what is that?
It's autonomous sensory meridian response.
What
Oh
is
my
that?
god, Kate.
It's
Oh,
like,
is that like when
um,
people talk to you and they're just
yeah.
like.
So
And they
smart.
role play
Hello.
and they make
Hello.
weird sounds. I love ASMR.
Okay.
Welcome to
This should
our
be yours.
experience.
Oh, that's for
That
another
means-
show.
That
Here
means
to
childhood
calm
obesity.
you.
That's what that face means.
We're so calm.
So,
Stop!
What-
You're gonna make me fall asleep. I'm not kidding.
So what can
you
it-
should
Gonna
make
give
you
this?
should make a channel.
ASMR channel.
Oh,
That'd be
what
lame.
for that?
Bye,
It's not been 5 minutes,
everyone.
but whatever.
Where can we follow the show, Katie?
They shut off the mics. Good. Good afternoon.
Follow HTHS TV on Twitter for updates, behind the scenes, and more. Thanks for listening. Bye.